4 at this moment isn't going to work out too well, so they might want to go for some head-on-head engages, but at this point we are seeing actually Fnatic head over towards this top side here, so we could potentially see an invade coming out.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just tuned in, we are about to go live. This is going to be the 3rd game of the LCS today. We've already had some fantastic matches. Of course, it was Ninjas in Pajamas going down in the first game to SK Gaming, which means they're tied at the bottom of the league. Oh no, you spot. Oh, Kerp nearly went headlong into a giant heap of Fnatic. Instead, he steps away, keeps his distance, didn't go for it. Also, Evil Genius has just had a very long match and did manage to pick up the win over Lemon Ducks.
Remember, we were talking with RNA on the desk where we had that little bit of a break, and he was saying that he talks to someone, I think it's his manager, about the teams and what they pick and what they do level 1. So it looks like they're prepared for this. They're not going to be spotted going into blue here, it looks like, as Alternate goes in for evade.
Yeah, Fnatic have managed to sneak their way through there. The ward gets placed on the red. Are the rest of Alternate going to come back around straight into it? You can see they're up on the blue buff at the moment. Oh, the rest of Alternate coming back. They're actually in Fnatic's jungle, Alternate's jungle. They're all going to go headlong into this one. Aranea comes in, the Howling Gale goes through. He doesn't manage to catch him down. The damage going back and forth. Soaz gets hooked in. Soaz is going to be the first blood. He goes down, and now Alternate can turn this into a massacre. Kerp flashes away, but he will go down. Everyone from Fnatic flashes through, but then again, everyone from Alternate flashes through. This is craziness. Cyanide manages to catch on towards another kill there. It's a double kill picked up. They are going to try and catch through. Can they get on towards him? J-Re on Yellowstar gets the slow onto him. Is he going to be enough? The hook dodged out there, but the Q, no, it doesn't land, and still the damage comes through. But my word, 3-1 the kills there. 1,000 gold advantage to Alternate, but let's just take a look at the kills. 2 of them went to Kraton.
And just as Crepo was talking with us on the desk about who's going to win this one in terms of AD carries, and I'd have to say it's going to be Cretan after that 2-0-1. He's actually not going to go back and buy any items, so he's not going to get the benefit from that right now, but look at Yellowstar. He has no flash, he's already not healthy at this point, and Alternate, if they land one hook on him, he's going to die.
So, wow. I mean, all of the summoner spells, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 summoner spells, 9 flashes used there. 9 flashes used in the opening fight. Wow. I don't think I've seen that many burnt out in one quick succession, but that was absolute carnage. We'll see what sort of massive advantage is given.
You know, you never would have lived that one down if he died right there.
No, absolutely not. It would have been a Dyrus moment right there.
Well, anyway, so after that, considering that Aranea was the one that got caught, was the one that ran headfirst into the team, you saw Kerp land that perfect taunt, which just set up the entire team fight. And then, of course, him flashing over the wall made Fnatic do the same. So right now, Alternate have a very strong lead at this point, and it all just comes down to how well can they hold on to this. And we've seen it before. When they're in control, they maintain that control.
Well, we'll see. Of course, it is the duo lanes in this top lane. Kraton didn't go back and buy, by the way. He's got 201. Big chunk of gold sat on him. 16 CS as well, starting to build up. You can see he's got 1,100 gold in him. He needs to go back and spend that and really just bully out this lane, because Yellowstar, you'd assume on Draven would have a small advantage ordinarily, but now that he's got go back, and honestly, he can pick up any sort of item. Soaz actually catching Aranea here. Is he going to try and turn this one back around? The double buff on him. He is going to repels in towards Pharrell, tries to throw out the live binding, catches on towards Peke. That's going to be Aranea going in towards it. They could get a double kill here. Peke goes down. Can they get on towards Soaz? Aranea, if he throws out that Q, it would be very deep. No, he doesn't land it. Tries to get the Lee Syndrome. Doesn't happen. And Pharrell has to throw out that shield. The tower wasn't enough. But ooh, that dark binding, light binding, coming out from Pharrell. Morgana was in the last game. I'm confused.
But wow, I mean, look at the aggression. You even saw Soaz. He went towards the red buff. He wanted to spot it as I dropped my notebook, and they were able to turn that around. Aranea pushing his champion to the limits. Just wow, and now we're 4-1 right now, and this game could be slipping out of Fnatic's hands just from the beginning here.
And look what Kraton's got. He's got double Doran's Blade. Oh, forget that, because they're on towards Pharrell. He's actually low on mana right now. Soaz and Cyanide trying to put some damage on towards him. Peke returns to this mid lane, and this is a chaotic game in comparison to the last one. Well, I think we've got more kills than they had in the first 20 minutes.
I think about 40 minutes because of what happened, but still, I think it's going to continue at this pace. We're not going to see a dull moment in this game because they want to keep that aggression going. They want to keep like Fnatic out of their comfort zone where they don't have control of the game, and so far Alternate's doing it. You saw like some chaos. So I was middle. For some reason, you saw Cyanide come middle yet again, and then you even had the top lane where Yellowstar had to back out right away, which gave Cretan the ability to do that. as well.
And we can't underestimate the fact that Ferelnord's got all 4 assists so far as well. He's been involved. They're going to fling themselves in here there. J-Reet looking to try and land them hooks on towards Yellowstar while the support of N-Rated was away, but he returns to that lane with a Philo Stone. Got that one built very early on, actually. We'll see. Have to keep track of that distance between J-Reet and N-Rated, because if I recall, J-Reet doesn't always go for a Philo Stone. That's going to be the Shadow Dash. Soaz is going to get caught in, and Aranea just pops him where he stands.
And you don't want Lee Sin getting this far ahead. He's 2-0-2 at this point. The thing is, Lee Sin, if you don't have a strong early game, you're kind of going to fall off and go complete utility. But right now, he can afford to go for damage. He can afford to go for a very early dragon if Alternate can set up for it, which they do have a pink ward right now, but it's obviously going to be in the top lane.
Well, the damage actually coming on towards that tower, the fact that Soaz was 1v1 against Kerp, and remember Kerp, he becomes a monster on Shen if he reaches that late game, and Soaz unable to really affect him. 0-2-1, has gone back, got himself that amped home, Kraton back in his top lane with a Vampiric Scepter now completed as well. He is going to be hurting. Yellowstar did manage to go back and get himself a second Doran's Blade while this was all happening, and he's just going to try and sustain and effectively farm on the turret.
And you just saw on your minimap, Cyanide put a ward down at Dragon, so they know that something could potentially happen. Here's a nice flay comes out of Jerry. Oh, the hook's gonna land!
It's gonna land on Yellowstar. The Howling Gale doesn't go down, and immediately look at that. The piercing arrow, the hail of arrows as well, putting a lot of damage on towards Yellowstar, and he's gonna have to try and lifesteal this back. I'm just keeping my eye, I'm checking the map. Where is Aranea going? Was he gonna be in the area? No, he's not.
And you heard him talk earlier about when someone goes in on their team, the entire team's behind him. Even if it's a bad play, they're going to commit to it as a whole group. And that actually is really hard to deal with here. Now, I want to get some good damage onto this turret. We do see, remember, Aranea is sticking towards middle. It's a good point. We should definitely keep eye where he is because he's been interacting so well at this point. It's still also very heavy damage on the turret. They could be able to take it in a couple of ways if they want to, but right now they're winning the CS war.
Yeah, Fnatic pinging out straight away going, he is here. And we know where he is on the minimap. Keep track of that Lee Sin. See where he's going to be bouncing to next. I'll tell you what, I wonder if we're going to see Diamond Prox watching this and thinking, you know, next game, I'm going to bring out Lee Sin as well. I want to rock him back. Aranea stealing the glory away from me here. Blue buff being picked up by Ferelnord. That does, of course, give them the advantage in that mid lane at the moment. Peke doesn't have it. It was delayed a little bit until he gets his blue buff, so we'll see if that manages to work in the favour of Ferelnord. He's going to keep the poke on him, and there it is. The light binding does land on towards him. Hasn't used that laser. It is up in just a couple of seconds. Now we'll see whether he does want to catch another combo on towards him. J-Reet just waiting to land that hook. There is going to be the light binding. He catches the light binding. The laser comes out. Not enough damage just yet.
Yeah, he just wants to push him out right now. He wants to hold him back. We've seen Oriana's earlier today during CIS, and if you punish them, if you hold them back early on, they're not going to do much damage as the game progresses. But it looks like Xpeke is going to pick up his own blue here. He doesn't have, he still has one more health pot left, so he could obviously heal up a little bit more. But with the blue buff on Ferelnord, if he lands one more combo on Xpeke, he's dead.
He is indeed. They've both only got a chalice, like you mentioned, that Amptone picked up as well for Ferelnord. Oh, Peke.
Right there. That's without
there is the light binding. And that was actually with the defensive ball on as well.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage to him. He's really trying to force Xpeke to make a play, which he's also baiting in Cyanide at the same time because he's being so aggressive, which makes it so the top lane Alternate can keep pushing. The bottom lane Kerp, he can be there, you know, completely fine. And it's working out really well for Alternate. They have this plan, and they're executing it perfectly.
Once again, it seems to be working well for them. They have, like you say, they have that plan. They have the presence and knowledge and confidence in one another, honestly. And why not after that great start they have? Kraton getting caught by a number of
everything.
Everything, honestly, there. Yeah, we are seeing an invade coming out for an hour. He's going on towards the red buff. Cyanide comes around. This might be a smite fight between the two, but it does mean, of course, he used the ulti kick, but you can't outdo Cyanide generally. He's got consume, he's got smite.
And it's Cyanide, because he doesn't miss anything else. You do see the laser!
Oh, and he just flashes at the right moment. Peke has burnt that flash, so we'll keep our eye on that one. Had to use the cleanse to get out of the light binding as well. So he has got a lockdown. Aranea, he's hanging off the side, going in towards the columns, comes in, smites it. Oh, doesn't land the kick on towards Yellowstar, though.
Well, anyways, doesn't really matter too much. Cretan was backing away here, and he should have a lot of money on him to spend, as he does pick up that Bilgewater Cutlass, so he's going to have that extra bit of slow. Xpeke is still sticking around mid lane. He's trying to keep up in CS, but Ferelnord, he's trying to chase him out, and he's doing a great job of it so far.
Absolutely bullying him, you could say. Of course, ward being placed by Aranea as well, keeping full coverage for Ferelnord in that mid lane. And this is all while Peke's got the blue buff. The blue buff is kind of being wasted because he's just being bullied out of that lane. Gone back to get Sorcerer's Boots. That's going to be a great shadow dash on towards SOAS on the turret. Eats a cocoon to the face.
Just cause.
Just cause, indeed. He has actually gained his farm back, though, very well in this bottom lane, SOAS, considering he was camped a little bit early on.
And he is level 8 at this point, so the pressure of him coming into for a gank is very high. You do see Frontline, he's not trying to go for the turret right now. We see Laser coming out again. He's just using it on cooldown. He wants to get Xpeke out of this lane. He wants to dominate it. And as you can tell, well, you can't really tell by CS at this moment because Xpeke is doing, to give him credit, a phenomenal job of keeping up in terms of that.
Well, we're talking about items. Bilgewater Cutlass being picked up by Creaton as well. Pharrell taking a lot of damage this time again. And so Peke is starting to land those combos, is starting to do it. And obviously, because of the fact that he did get those Sorcerer's Boots, the Magic Pen will start to hurt on Pharrell. Looks like Pharrell is about to go back, so Aaron will come across and take the rates. How are things going in this top lane? We see a BF sword now coming out from Yellowstar. How is the tower? It's down below half health already, and Alternate are going to put a lot of work down onto this.
Demon, it's not going well for Fnatic. Look at that CS, 92 to 69 at this point. Alternate is just smashing them, and it's a Draven. This is your time to shine early game, and he hasn't been able to do that because of the 2 kills Creedon got, because of the double Doran's Blade and the Vamp Scepter he came back with. He wasn't able to out-trade him.
Gentle wind or breeze. I was thinking something else as well, but I better not say it on air. Could take down that turret. You can see just one shot, one hit from a minion, or one shot from Creaton. Is he going to get baited into it, though? That's going to be the slow, the Howling Gale on, and the... Oh, very nice. He done Dark Passage, pulls him away. Cyanide does throw it his Ice Blast. The hook turns around, Chain of Corruption goes in. Aaron Air comes in. Yellowstar's going to get taken very low. He gets booted back in the direction of Creaton, and he gets taken down.
Why is Arnea always there at the right time? Because he's damn good, that's why. But they're going to push this top lane. In the meantime, we did see Kerp actually ulting towards the top side, and he did escape. Actually, no, he did die. Okay, so we didn't see that one actually happen. That was earlier on. But he did get out of there, and SOAS is able to push this bottom lane currently.
Yeah, no, Kerp usually stand united in the top lane, so he went straight up there to help out Fereldenlord, though, getting aggressive. Hasn't really got much mana on Fereldenlord, though. Fereldenlord could just wait for his cooldowns on that live binding, going to get chased away. Keeps on going towards this one, but Peke may well have enough. Uses the shield. He's trying to bring him towards his team. Isn't going to land the dark binding. No, Aranea comes in, but Peke, oh, he misses the Q. Aranea is not going to be able to get this one. Peke is going to turn and run, and now the rest of his team are going to close the gap here. Do they realize that the rest of Alternate are there, though? There's going to be the blade spinning axe coming around there. Peke still with no mana. The hook comes on towards N-Rated. They turn it back around. N-Rated goes down, but Yellowstar in there now. J-Ree has to try and run away from this one. Throws out the shield, and suddenly everybody is safe. SOAS closes the gap as well. If he lands a cocoon, he may well target the attack. It's going to be J-Ree. The Fang sinking. The spinning blades coming out from Yellowstar. They do land it, and now Aranea is the focus of target. Can they get on towards him? SOAS goes in, repels back to his minions. He's going to be safe from the turret as well. This is an action-packed start from both Alternate and Fnatic.
I think we see more action in 12 minutes out of this game than we saw in the 15 minutes of the Evil Geniuses game previously, as Trevor is giving us a look like, damn you guys. But in the meantime, Fnatic is going to be going for Dragon here. They do have Cyanide, he has Smite, he has Consume. Kerp is going to be here to try to stop it. And they get it!
He's got it, and he gets away with a safeguard. Is it going to be enough? No, but the laser comes across. Kerp comes in. He gets one. Cyanide taken incredibly low. Creaton on Yellowstar. Cyanide's going to come in, tries to bait it around. Yellowstar in trouble. Kerp gets on towards him. That's a double kill. Peke's still not got any mana. He can't try and get away from this one. Yellowstar's going to be the focus target. Now Fereldenlord's going to try and throw out the damage. Is it going to be enough? Kerp's going to have to try and shadow dash away from this one. Has he got time? Tries to come around. Good ward placement from N-Rated.
He's running
Tracks his
Fereldenlord.
difference, and here comes Fereldenlord around the side. Would you believe it? He's going to get away and even maybe try and steal the blue buff.
And in the meantime, you see the rest of Alternate pushing this middle lane currently, and they should be able to lock that one down. And just Alternate, they're so damn explosive, and Fnatic is just being caught off guard. Blue buff will be taken away, and Xpeke was already having a tough time. He's going to have even tougher now.
Controlled chaos, I believe you called it earlier
you know
on.
what you called the Kerp. Look at him. He's 3-1-3.
Why would you ever let Shen through for Kerp? He's just a monster on him.
Does he want to lose?
Well, I mean, teams say they know what to expect, but I don't think they know what to expect from Kerp.
He plays with a trackball mouse. What can you expect out of him? I mean, he can catch off guard completely, but he's been playing a phenomenal Shen this game the entire time. His ultimates, his game awareness in terms of, I'm going to leave my lane and help out middle because he knows something's going to go down has just been phenomenal. And expect he's still blue, right? Maybe happy with that one.
Yeah, it takes away the race from him. Why not? I think he would be happy with that one. Aranea warding up the top lane. Soaz is going to go up there. Let's take stock of the situation. It's 9-4 right now to Alternate. They have that one tower advantage with 2-1 in terms of turrets. A 2,000 gold difference. It's going to be Soaz kicked into the chain of corruption. Repels away. Is it going to be enough to get away? You can see the ultimate spinning in there from Yellowstar. He's turning the damage back on towards Kraton. He's gone too close to the turret though. That's going to be Shen coming in. Kerp's going to get in there. Shadow dashes across, doesn't matter, piercing arrow. That's going to be Nunu, absolute zero coming out from Cyanide, but now he's going to have to run like the wind. Cocoon was dodged out of. While this is all happening, there's a fight happening in the river as well. Aranea gets in, Soaz gets taken down. Let's get back to the river. We see N-rated, he's getting flayed on. Varellanord will pick that kill up. Can he land the light binding? No, he can't. Peke manages to dodge it, but he's got no mana left. Again, how many times have I said that for Peke? He needs to get back to base.
And again, controlled chaos. Look what's happening. They're breaking out fights across the map, and they're trying to make it so Fnatic can't group up. They fight top lane, they're going to push middle lane and engage in their fight before Fnatic can get up towards the top side and help out. And now they're going for a push on this middle turret, and it's 12-4 now. The hook barely missing, and Expected taking still tons of damage.
It's still taking tons of damage. Varellanord has that laser. There's going to be the shockwave though. J-Reed pulled into that one. Ice Blast comes out. There's the light binding. He comes around the side. Aranea comes in, spins on the kick. Elite Syndrome working in effect for Aranea, but this time it's successful.
I feel like Alternate is playing on an entirely different level from every LCS team at this moment. Yellowstar is now getting dull.
Yellowstar caught out. He's using the barrier, but it's not going to be enough. Soaz comes swinging in. That's Kraton going down on the turret, and he may be able to turn onto Kerp here. Kerp in trouble. Cyanide comes around. The passive shield's not going to be enough. Back and forth, the action go. Light binding laser gone towards Soaz. My God, I can't believe this game. Aranea is in trouble as well. Cyanide's coming in there, has to use the Iron Turn, kicks him away, and Soaz gets bounced. J-Reed takes down N-rated. The rest of Alternate coming around the side. Good God, what is going on in this game?
Someone get this man an oxygen tank. I see veins popping out of your forehead everywhere right now, but Alternate, controlled chaos. Are we going to get a break? I don't think it's going to happen here, but actually, no, we get a break right now. They're backing away. We get to take a second. You wanted to take stock of things, then fights broke out. So that was about 5 minutes ago. So let's do that right now. We have Kerp. He almost has a Sunfire Cape now built. He only has 86 CS. It's a very, very low CS game right now. But the items that Alternate has are astounding. You keep looking down the list. Arnan, he has an Aegis built already. He has a Ruby Sightstone to bounce around with these wards, which you have to give him credit, has been doing phenomenal with. He's been getting behind the key members of Fnatic and just kicking them back into his team. Varellanord, he has the things in Holy Grail. Let's forget it for a second. And damn it, easy launch rock. Come on, Jason. You got this. So he has a lot of damage. He has a lot of burst. You look over at Kraton right now. He has a Blade of the Rune King, so he has the extra lifesteal that he's going to need. He has that little speed increase. He has the drain as well, so it's going to help him out quite a bit. And Fnatic's side, they're not hurting on items, but they're almost following a complete item behind Alternate at this point.
J-Reed just winging off the side. Wow. Finally, we get a little break, a little pause, a little slowdown. We'll see how it develops. It is 20 kills in, well, it was 15 minutes, actually, when all those 20 kills came in. Still only 2-1 in turrets, by the way. All that craziness has been happening across the map. They haven't really developed any leads across either team. It is a 5,000 gold lead closing in on, though, for Alternate because of that kill advantage they have. We'll see how that develops in terms of items, as you just pointed out. The fact that Athene's is there, the fact that Rabadon's Death Cap is going to be built soon for Varellanord. As soon as he lands those light bindings, he will be blowing people up.
And the fact that they're keeping blue buff on him constantly, so he has that 40% CDR, he's going to be able to have everything. And you see right now, they're going for invade yet again on the blue buff. They're trying to take away every single thing Fnatic can have. And it looks like they might, no, Dragon's not up just yet, so they might have mistimed a little bit, but they're prepared for it. They have wards down. They're pink warding everything, and you see in the top lane, they're trying to respond. They're trying to go for a push somewhat, but still, one turret allowing Alternate just push bottom lane right now. They're basically just going to trade this.
They're going to trade it. The Dragon is not available for a while, like you said, and they are going to take that bottom turret. Ooh, although Varellanord's heading up there, and now here comes Kerp. And this is going to be a combined big elo boost. Oh my word, the laser not quite landing on towards Yellowstar. And that does keep them back, though. I think he was aiming for the creep wave, actually. He was just like, I'm just going to farm, and you guys, if you stand there, you're going to get hit.
The thing is, he made them back away. Now, Kerp is going to push top lane while the rest of Alternate is pushing down bottom. Blue buff has respawned now for Fnatic, but it won't be given to Fnatic's hands as Alternate's going to take it away. And there it goes over to Cretan. No, Arnan. So they're controlling the blue buff. Xpeke, we talked about earlier, when you're Orion and you fall behind, you just kind of stay behind. You're just more of a utility now. And they're doing that to Xpeke. Dragon back up. Alternate got the first one with that great steal out of Arnea, and they're going to get the second one.
Yeah, that will be the Dragon going down. Arnea again gets that one down with the smite, just like you mentioned. while this is all happening, Frontlord's just been happy farming in that mid lane. Went up to the top, of course, got some farm there. Kerp again, off in the top, just farming away. 3-1-6 now on Kerp, and with that Hex Drinker and Sunfire Cape, he can just be farming all day long. He's just going to become more of a problem for them. And so many times we've said with Shenz, you know, if you can control them, yes, it's not a problem. You know what you're getting, you can just control him. But he's uncontrollable right now. He's going to just get stronger and stronger. Soaz is just going to have to try and make himself a target in the fights now. All right, just get on towards Creaton. But every time he's gone for him, he's got away.
The thing is that Alternate, they're so far ahead in items right now, and they're approaching being really far ahead in levels that they can dive on these turrets. They can blow one person up extremely quickly as Arne. He's just trying to give him that vision here, but Alternate, they have to back away from that turret eventually, and you see the top lane, Kerp and Soaz going head-to-head.
They're going head-to-head. That's going to be the Shadow Dash. Who is going to be the winner of this one? Soaz taking it very low, but now he might have to get away from this one. The Ignite was used from Soaz. That was pretty much all he had. Very, very tight fight between the two, though. And that, of course, buys time in the mid lane and at the bottom to keep pushing on those turrets. Look how low that inner turret is, and the top bottom lane, middle lane even. The bottom lane hasn't been touched. Aranea is going to get on towards there. We do see Yellow Star, but that's the laser catching on them again. And it was Cyanide it caught on. That's going to buy them the inner turret. And now it's 4 for 1 in terms of turrets.
Demon, take a look at gold that Alternate is sitting on right now. We have to switch over and show you guys that because we have 2,000 right now on the Creed on Varus. We have 2,000 on Bronlord, which you saw right there. So he didn't do much damage, but he's going to have his death cap done very soon. Kerp 1400, like they are just pushing constantly. They don't want to go back and buy because they know they're ahead now. They know they can win the fights right now. So why go back? Why give Fnatic that free farm? And Arne, he's trying to make a play happen.
Trying to make a play, but there is a ward sat there still, and he's like, okay, I get the picture. I'm going to go back, and I think, like you said, they just wanted to keep the pressure on, keep it going. Creaton did pick up that blue buff, and they're just keeping every little bit of pressure on, not letting Fnatic buy themselves just that little breather, that little bit of time. And now still, with 4 members of Alternate, they're pushing on the bottom there. The hook not going to land. Of course, Kerp could join this fight at any moment and turn it into a 5v5. They still keep the little poke going. Ooh, Cocoon nearly landed on Creaton, but he's just going to throw that piercing arrow back. Didn't hit anyone this time around. This time, finally, Alternate will back away.
But they're going to come back even stronger. It looks like Fnatic doesn't want to let them back here, and they're such an experienced team that if you do give them that one kill, that one little inkling of blood, they're going to just start to snowball on you, or at least try to. So Alternate, they're being very cautious right here. They're keeping so much aggression that we have not seen in EU LCS ever.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you could compare it to Gambit, which is how Gambit actually beat them. It was just back and forth craziness and met them every step of the way for those kills, which seems to be exactly the way he does it. And you know what? Why not? Because Alternate, that is kind of what Gambit did when they were dominant, and they maybe have looked at that, and we were hearing about people talking about they've looked at the Chinese meta maybe, and the fact that Aranea has talked about the fact he's had an analyst looking at the Korean games, etc., and maybe that is also a part of their play.
And look at the champion pool that Alternate uses. They want like very heavy early mid-game champions that they can really control the game with. You don't see them playing really long or late-game champions like we've seen Vayne a couple times, but you don't see like Kog'Maw come in. You don't see champions that you want to team fight in later on. They want to just pick you off kind of. They want to force you to fight early on when you're not really in that comfort zone. And Fnatic, they're having a hard time dealing with it right now. They're down about 7,000 gold, but the game's not over. We're only 22 minutes in. Baron is becoming a really likely possibility here.
Well, and remember, of course, the bans that Fnatic used. They did take away Are. They took away Lissandra. They're trying to punish Ferelnord, but simply put, his champion pool is big. And there's nothing you can do about it. Twisted Fate, ironically, was also banned out by Alternate, which is another champion Ferelnord is famous for. So there seems to be a problem. They can't control that mid laner, and honestly, while they're trying desperately to control that mid laner, he isn't the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the rest of the team.
And the thing is, I don't even think it was about controlling Ferelnord early on. It was Aranea who was making all of these plays happen, getting kills middle, getting kills bottom, not to mention Creaton, who was holding his own against a Draven early game, which is ridiculously hard to do. Obviously, it was a little bit easier when you have those 2 kills, but they are just around the map everywhere together, and the thing is, it's the synergy they have together, where if one person goes in, they're going to follow each other every single time. Baron is being started now. There's no wards currently down for an end rated. He's coming around the corner. He's going to try to put a ward down here. Looks like Alternate will back away. We're going to have Kerps, though, still pushing the bottom lane. And Alternate, they could make a big play happen.
They're thinking of trying to collapse on towards Ferelnord. They do see Pekka getting engaged on by Aranea a couple of times. Flash, hook, quite missing there. Chain of Corruption does land, though. Shockwave catching 3 members of Alternate. Is it going to be enough? No, it isn't. That's going to be Pekka going down. A big chunk of damage. Oh, Cyanide trying to get absolute zero. Just kicked away. Light Binding comes out, lands on Yellow Star. The laser follows through. Flashes away. Monsoon comes out from Unrated, tries to buy them time. That's going to be Kerp joining the party from Creaton. He wasn't really required. He cancels it, stays at the bottom. Wasn't sure whether I was cancelled or interrupted by Soaz. We'll check that out for you, but it doesn't matter nevertheless. It is going to be the middle inhibitor that's getting pushed on. Oh, Kerp goes aggressive on Soaz. Shadow dashes in, throws the ignite down. Is it going to be enough? Soaz has to back away from this one. The middle inhibitor to it, though, could well go down here.
And it will, definitely. And it was an interrupt, actually, on Kerp's ultimate, but it looks like also they're trying to get that inhibitor down, which they finally was Cretan, though, might get caught here.
Well, are they going to try and turn the aggression back on towards them? Light binding on towards Enrated. Laser is up in any second now. They don't follow it up, though. He does have a chunk of mana, and now Alternate back away, but that is an inhibitor exposed in the mid lane. Another kill for Alternate, and they just keep on gaining those advantages. The blue buff stolen away. Peke, you're not going to get it this game at all.
Oh, no, they're separated.
They're going to try and catch on towards Pharrell. That's the Ice Blast. He has got his light binding, throws it out. Laser can follow through. No, it's not. Will he have enough to back away from this one? He's all on his own. I think Pharrell finally might go down. Tries to use the laser. Desperation move. And finally, Fnatic get themselves a kill, because they have not been able to get one for a long time.
They have not. I think it's been about 15 minutes since they have, and Dragon is up, so Fnatic, they might be able to get that kill. They might be able to turn it into a Dragon, but RNA, he's sticking around. He doesn't want to let this happen, and he stole already earlier on today, or in the first Dragon. He might be able to do it again.
Well, we'll see whether he does. Oh, the Q was landed. Didn't go for it.
They stole it!
Kraton stole it with a piercing arrow. Good God, that is every single Dragon they've stolen now. Oh, my word.
So Lemon Dogs, they've taken the most Dragon in summer split of LCS, but I think that's now been changed by Alternate with every single steal they keep getting here. Fantastic job by Creatine. And Fnatic, they're feeling the pressure, they're feeling the heat that if they can't even get a Dragon after picking up that kill because it gets stolen away from Cyanide, who is the best in Europe for, in my opinion, Smite Stealer, Smite Taker, whatever you want to call it. You can't, that's so hard to do against a Nunu and Cyanide, let alone.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like you say, it's a Nunu. Nunu should never get stolen against. You've got a combined, 1,500 you can pull out when you obviously consume and smite it down. Now, I don't know what it's up to right now.
They had a ward down, too,
level 11, but yeah.
To spot Cretan coming in with that piercing arrow, so...
Oh, what do we got going on here? Soaz looking to try and catch on towards RNA. They may well get him. Cocoon comes in. Howling Gale. He's been locked down. Dark Passage is there. Can he click on it? Yes, he can. Finally gets away. There's going to be the arrows. Caleb arrows coming down. Peke's gone out and just gets deleted by Pharrell. Can they turn it around? Chain of Corruption lands on towards Enrated. Tries to use the Monsoon to blow them away. But is it going to be enough? Howling Gale comes out as well. Oh, the kick lands. That's going to be followed through by RNA. It doesn't matter. Pharrell managed to secure that one. And it is going to be an inhibitor going down. Wow. Every single time Fnatic think they've caught something, they just get beaten back by Alternate.
Oh, Soaz flashing away from the taunt out of Kerp, but they get the inhibitor. Either way, they're gonna back away. They're still sitting on not that much gold at this point, but they're not done just yet. They're headed up towards top right now, and they pretty much could be able to take that turret.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alternate appear to be the real deal right now in the summer LCS. We know we talked about whether it was a fad, whether it was a phase, whether they simply just got lucky at the start, but this could turn them to 7-1, and that also means that they've beaten every top team in the game, apart from one, and it is Gambit.
Yep, they'll have their chance probably to do that. Actually, I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is, but they'll have their chance very soon, I'm sure. And I'm sure they're going to be looking for blood in that one, but it looks like, Damien, we might finally have a little bit of a calm again. Get to relax, you get to breathe a little bit. I'll take over. You know what? Sit down and relax. I got this.
You say sit down and relax. I am stood up throughout this one.
Here.
It's pretty warm in here. I'm not going to lie. Nope.
It's not.
Just
calm down, guys. Come
on.
Let's
look at the items, Jason.
Nope.
No. Peke is chasing. Howling Gale's coming in. Shockwave misses completely. It was a full-on mare wave there, and Peke gets caught. Oh. He gets taken down low, but it's not going to be enough for Pharrell yet. He's going to have a mountain of gold to go back and buy, though.
Okay. It's gonna happen. All right, we're going to get our break. It's going to happen here. So let's go over items really quickly, and just as I say that, we do see Kerp invading.
Well, we do see Kerp getting in towards Peke. Peke taking low. Howling Gale once again to the rescue from Enrated. I'm starting to put that on record message and leave it going for later on. The answer phone message will be, sorry, Enrated just saved you. Is he going to get the shot? As he does, it gets Peke down. I cannot believe it. They said and went back, and there was a ward that Aranea had put there to try and safeguard too early on.
They're not done. Cyanide's caught.
Oh, Aranea goes in. He's got the kick available. Boots Cyanide back. That's going to be the Shadow Dash. And sure enough, here comes Kraton. Why not get yourself another kill, son? Because you are dominating. 6-1-5. The KDA continues to explode for Kraton.
I think Alternate
too early. They've finally made a mistake.
I think Alternate now is the new Sven Skaren for me. In terms of I try to say something, they come out with something big. They're going to be going for this Baron here. Fnatic is not in position to take it away. So Alternate, they're going to get the Baron. We're going to see a little bit of a break here since they're on a decent amount of gold. Or are they? As it looks like they might try to actually push up here. So they might try to go for some kills here. They might try to head top lane, so they already do have that middle inhibitor down. But before we see more fights break out, items really quickly, we do see actually a potential frozen mallet coming out of Kerp here, or as he already has the giant spell and the phage. You look over at Ferelord, he has a void staff, he has his sword boots, like he has the damage to easily burst down Xpeke and Yellowstar. So if Yellowstar gets caught by one light binding, they're gone, they're deleted, and the Fnatic's gonna fall. So we're gonna see probably a fight here breaking out very soon as the hook's coming out.
The hook comes in, lands onto Soaz. They don't back it up. But you can see immediately the luminescence coming out towards Soaz. The laser comes across. That catches on Yellowstar. Doesn't matter. That's going to be back available in about 20 seconds time because the cooldowns are starting to build. While this is all happening, Kerp is just happily split pushing on the bottom lane. That's going to be Yellowstar caught once again. The damage continues on him. There will be a giant wave on towards the bottom inhibitor any moment now. There goes the first inner turret on the bottom lane, and he's just going to be walking on there. Soaz now has to be pulled away from this one. That means it's going to be a straight 4-on-4 fight for Alternate.
We're gonna have that beautiful picture-in-picture cam watching this as we stick with the main action, and it's just one light bind. It's on you, or the hook!
The hook this time on N-rated, and Araneo is going to try and follow it through. Gets slowed down, and immediately the dark passage thrown out from J-Ree. Great team coverage here, just protecting themselves, not going completely crazy, not diving in. Despite the fact they're 20-6 up, they know they still have to have a control fight.
Soaz had to back away from bottom lane, so Kerp's getting tons of free damage onto this, and Fnatic, they haven't been able to respawn as we're gonna see... Oh, they see the corruption!
Chain of corruption lands on towards Yellowstar, boots in, laser comes out, J-Ree tries to get in towards her as well. N-rated, well, as Monsoon wasn't enough to save him. You can't stop a laser coming through no matter how hard you can hit. Peke, though, staying around. He's got no mana left on him. Kerp goes in, Shadow Dash comes in, Flash and Cleanse coming out from Peke just to avoid the damage, but you can see the inhibitor in the top lane goes down. The middle one is already down. Alternate may well go through. Peke just gets melted in one single piercing arrow. It just pierced his soul right there. And Cyanide tries to use that new ultimate. Well, look at that. No damage at all. Ferelord picks up another kill. The Nexus turrets are dropping, and 31-minute game. Oh, N-rated caught. Sorry, that's another one. The KDA continues for Creaton. Finally, the Nexus turret might go down. They're going to keep the KDA going. They don't want to finish. They want to get another kill. Soaz gets caught out. The laser's not available, though, so can they get kills on the fountain? Soaz is sat dancing as a spider. Finally, the kills, and the turret will go down. The Nexus is dropped. It's 24-6 for Alternate. What an absolute bonkers